And then we get to the next ones where we're still doing our order of operations with fractions. Only maybe they make them a little bit trickier, I'm not sure. So, parentheses, exponents, multiplying and dividing, adding and subtracting from left to right. So, again, we have no parentheses or exponents. We're going to do the multiplying and dividing. In this case, we have a dividing. We have to remember that when we divide fractions, we have to invert and multiply. So we multiply by the reciprocal. And so we're going to actually do 5/6 times 5/3 then. 5/6 times 5/3 gives me 25/18. And so I have 4/9 plus 25/18. I'm going to rewrite that a little bigger. 4/9 was in front, plus 25/18. I then have to find my common denominator in order to add those fractions. Since 9 goes into 18, 18 is my least common multiple, my common denominator. 9 goes into 18 2 times. 4 times 2 is 8. 18 goes into 18 once. 1 times 25 is still 25. So I have to do 8 plus 25, which gives me 33/18. Now 33 and 18 can be reduced because they're both divisible by 3. So I got to go ahead and simplify my fraction. 33 divided by 3 is 11. 18 divided by 3 is 6. Now I can't simplify it any farther. So 11/6 is going to be my answer. Again, if I go ahead and check with my calculator, 4 fraction 9ths plus 5 fraction 6ths divided by 3 fraction 5. I get 1 and 5/6. Remember, your calculator gives you the mixed number. I have to do shift and the fraction button. Now my calculator shows the 11/6, which is how I want my answer. So number 14, if I'm going to do that one following my order of operations, it has parentheses. I have to do the subtraction inside my parentheses first. Since I'm subtracting fractions, I have to have a common denominator, which in this case is going to be 20. 4 goes into 20 5 times. 5 times 3 is 15. Minus 5 goes into 20 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. So 15 minus 8 is going to give me 7/20 divided by 2/3. 7/20 divided by 2/3, I have a division. Since I'm dividing, I have to invert and multiply. So I'm going to do 7/20 times the reciprocal, 3/2. I can't reduce the 7 and the 2. I can't reduce the 3 and the 20, so I just go ahead and multiply. 7 times 3 is 21. 20 times 2 is 40. I can't reduce that fraction, so 21/40 should be my answer in simplest form. I'm then going to check my answer. Parentheses. 3 fraction 4 minus 2 fraction 5. Close my parenthesis, divided by 2 fraction 3 equals, and my calculator gives me 21/40, so I know I have the right answer. Go ahead and do number 15 here while I move the board. So number 15, following my order of operations, I don't have parentheses or exponents. I have to do multiplying and dividing from left to right, so here I have a division. If I'm going to divide fractions, I have to invert and multiply. So 1/2 times 7/6. Can't reduce the 1 and the 6, can't reduce the 2 and the 7, so I multiply across the top and across the bottom. 7/12. Plus the 1/3 that's on the end. I'm adding fractions next. I have to have a common denominator. My common denominator is going to be 12. 12 goes into 12 1 times 7 is 7, plus 3 goes into 12 4 times. 4 times 1 is 4. 7 plus 4 then gives me 11/12 for my answer. Again, if I check that with my calculator, 1 divided by 2, or 1 fraction 2, I should say, 1 fraction 2 divided by 6 fraction 7 plus 1 fraction 3 equals 11/12.